Alright, here's a lesson for you. Check pictures before you do shit. I put this pole in thinking, you know, it was like these. It's not, it's actually a little low stud at the bottom. But it had been sheared off. I was going to remove it, but the only purpose that stud served was to hold this in position. So I'm going to leave that there. Maybe I can make use of it. And if not, I'm sure I can take it off. And I was going to put another one of these P-clips on there. You know, maybe here, and it'll hold a harness. So we'll see. Next thing is now to bolt this up against the car, ready for shit to go on. Oh boy, what a lot to do. Okay, as you know, I've been working with this Chinesium crap, and I gotta try and somehow push the seal into the corner and keep it there while the glue sets, and do the same on the other side. Well, I've come up with an idea. So, assuming this was glued, and this is what will happen. Of course, I'll get myself covered in glue. I'm just trying to fit it in. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so now I've got it in position, but of course, you know, as I said before, I'll pull it in, and then as soon as you let go, it springs back. But I've got a little block of wood. How are you going to use that, Gary? Well, the block of wood is the correct size for this vent, so we put it in there and we push it, and that holds everything in place. Then using, oh, silly ass, right, try that again, shall we? Then using this, get our fingers in here, and bingo, that holds it in place while it sets, whilst it sets. Okay, and so I'll leave that, you know, well, obviously once I've glued it, I'll leave that, and then I'll be able to use the same block on the other end and stretch the Chinesium crap. I'm glad it's not a balloon. Ha ha ha. Should have been shot down a long time ago. But of course, our pussyfooting assholes that are in control at the moment. Oh yeah, it might fall on something. Nah. Blow the fucking thing out of the water. Well, it is in the water now, isn't it? Ha ha ha. Hey China, fuck off. Right. Let's get this glued. Okay, and there it is in position now. Now, yes, I grant you it doesn't look pretty, but I will be dealing with that. What I did is I let it sit for about 10 minutes. And it was a bit of a struggle then getting it on, so you might want to do a little less than 10 minutes, but don't go too much, otherwise it will never work. Now I'm going to leave this overnight to set. It's not like I'm going to be driving the car tomorrow. Leave that overnight to set, everything's locked into place, and then tomorrow I will do this. Oh bugger, it's honeydews tomorrow, isn't it? Well, maybe I can sneak out for 10 minutes and do that, because it needs to be done. Oh, and I know I mentioned this before, my next week is honeydew week, which sucks, but there you go. So you may not get a video next week. You'll just have to replay some of the other ones. Sorry about that, chaps, but you know, got to keep the wife happy. Okay, big reveal time to see if this has worked. I think it has worked. Now I'm going to have to do a bit of a clean up here, and that's okay. I can do that, that's not a problem. Excellent. yes. All right. So now what I need to do is do the same on this end, and use my super duper block, putting it in this way. Yeah, fucking sweet. Always figure ways around it. All right, let's get the glue and get that done. Back in a moment. Okay, there is that now in place. Let's let that set overnight. Okay, I have a little vent knob here, which I shall put on. It goes on way down there. I have put in the center dash piece, and I put 3 bolts in. I put 4 in, but I suddenly discovered one of them was a different size head. So that's no fucking good. I want to keep them all the same. And I've used cable ties here just to hold it while I work on it and get this lot installed into it, and then pull the excess cable back and put it where I need to put it. Don't think I'll need these extra brackets on there. Already have the brackets. So I've got to figure out which one goes which way. In other words, one of them comes in through this direction, and the other one comes in through this direction, you know, and you've got to bend them, twist them any way you want them. As long as you like them, it's all right. Okay, so who sung that song? Bend me, shape me any way you want me, as long as you love me, it's all right. Ha 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 ha. Yes, I know my singing's not good, but that's just too bad, isn't it? So what have I got here? Brown browns. These big browns, I think, go to the amimimimimimita. Amimimimimimita. And I think I might have to twist some of these. Not sure. Gonna have to look at the diagram to see where the white and the purple go, and the red and the red and red and red. Oh, well, that one's got to go. Ooh, that's got to go, I would imagine, there. See, I'm just guessing. Why? Because I don't know. And I would imagine it's there because I think that's probably instrument lights, panel lights, things like that. And red and white, red and white, red and red. I'll bet. Anyway, that is gonna follow in a few moments. For me tomorrow, for you a few moments, and we'll see what we can get done. Looking at this with all of these lovely little they go there, so I got a feeling I got to bring that one in this direction. Probably has to go bending, and I don't know. I'll figure it out. Don't go away. We'll be back. Okay, silly it may be. That's one less job to do. Screwed on the vent knob, and I painted it, by the way. You know, the whitey bits. Right, just been replacing the screws. Hang on, let me show you one where I've completed it. Now, replaced these screws. They were originally, I think, what you call cheese head. I couldn't find those, but I wanted some nice new ones in there. And I found these stainless steel ones, and also the stainless steel for this. This, unfortunately, is a Torx, but it fits. It's perfect. However, this is fucking Murphy's Law again. So I'm here, and you know, like a fucking idiot, I bought too few screws. I usually double up, but I didn't this time. And so consequently, I've still got the old ones on here. So I've got to go buy 4 more screws. No big deal. So I start putting this screw in here. And I dropped it down there. And I heard it hit the ramp. But instead of hitting the ramp and coming out, it goes underneath. Murphy's fucking Law. Now, here's another bit of Murphy's Law. So I'm getting ready now to do this final assembly here and put the gasket in here. And I can't find this piece of metal on the gasket. I mean, it's a big chunk of fucking metal and a big piece of rubber. And it's been here. It's been right there. And now it's gone walkabout. Don't you love working on cars? And it doesn't matter whether it's, you're restoring a car or whether you're just working on your daily car. If you drop something, it'll hide. If you put a wrench down, it will disappear. There's a garage gremlin, I'm sure of it. And he's just sitting there waiting for you to put shit down. And as soon as you put it down, he grabs it and hides it. Now, he doesn't keep it, he doesn't steal it, he just hides the bloody thing. And I don't know where he's hidden the piece that I'm looking for. I really have no clue. Well, let me go find it. So I look everywhere and I can't find it, can I? I don't know. So I'm looking in the car and I grab this. There it is. How the fuck did it get under there? Okay, logically I have to assume I did it. But I don't believe it. I believe it was the garage gremlin. And if I catch that little fucker, I'm going to cut his balls off. Murphy's Law has struck. My little idea here with these didn't work. I'm going to have to revert to some square nuts and get them as close as I can, because this just doesn't push on far enough, so nothing must protrude past this edge. So gonna have to now clean all this off, which probably means I'm gonna have to repowder coat it. But there you go. Hey, shit happens, Oh, a side note here. I'm on with S&G Barrett at the moment, and sorry, I'm having to move shit around while I talk. The harness, the main harness, as you'll recall, I mentioned before, I have these bulbs, fuel, ignition, main beam, but there's nothing in the harness for the instrument lights. So I spoke to S&G Barrett and said, hey, this is I'm missing something. So they've been on to Autosparks, who are the company that provide the wiring harnesses to S&G Barrett's, and we're going backwards and forwards at the moment. They're saying, oh well, yes, there's a part, and it goes here, 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 and here, and they're daisy chained together, and they connect to a bullet connector. So I said, okay, fine. Where is it? I bought a rather expensive, well, I would say rather expensive, they're probably all the same price wherever you get them, and they're probably all made by Autosparks anyway, but I spent a lot of money on a complete wiring kit for my Mark II. Surely that should be part of it, shouldn't it? It is part of a wiring harness. Also, I haven't mentioned it to Frank yet, but I don't recall seeing this for the brake light switch. In fact, I think I will mention that to him as well and say, hey, whilst you're kicking their ass, ask them what about this? It's part of the wiring harness, surely. Oh, what about this one too, for the clock? Well, I'm worried about that because it's plastic and it's fine, but this is the old braided stuff and I don't trust it. So I will be replacing it even if they don't. All right, this is a lot of drivel stuff, but thought I'd throw it together and get it out to you guys. Bye-bye. Oh, get in the garage, do some shit.